I cannot imagine what the kind of committee goes through in trying to select who's coming in, who's not. If you can imagine starting up a Hall of Fame and realizing that you probably have 10 or 15 years worth of inductees and who you're going to put in and when, it must be a daunting task. So when you realize, and you all look in the programs of all the accomplishments of our inductees this season, you realize why that they have earned the distinct honor of being up here tonight. I try to do something a little bit differently. I could spend all night and take a heck of a lot of time going through the programs that you all have on your seats, and some of you might have accidentally sat on them, so if it's not in front of you, it's underneath you. And if I could go through and kind of recap what they did in there, but like I said, hockey has the most educated fans, so I'm going to assume you all can read that. And I encourage you to, because it really goes into some phenomenal detail of the lives of our inductees. What we have done, though, is just compiled some little tidbits that are not in the book for you. All right? These are the ones who, when they finally get done writing the bios out as the inductees, we're like, okay, now give us the goods. All right, so we've got the goods here. We're going to start with our first inductee, Kevin Boschert. And I think it's rather fitting that we're starting with an inductee that was a referee. Okay? And there's two reasons for that. Number one, as you all have spent your entire lives in the game of hockey, you know that one of the keys to success of hockey is short shifts. One of the keys to this event is short speeches. Okay? So just kind of keep that aspect in mind. Plus, and I will refer to his bio in the program there for you, Kevin did mention that that very first call of the game is an important one. If you make a weak call, that kind of sets the standard for which you have to call the rest of the game. Right, Kelly? We tend to agree with him on our air a lot about that. Right? But if it's easier to kind of relax it as you go if you call it straight up. Okay, so Kevin, you are going to set the standard again here tonight. I think that's rather fitting. Now, what was not in his bio, though, and in an entire page listing there, was he actually tried to invent a new way to stop hockey fights. This is a true story. Apparently, there was even video of it at one point in time. It got sent to the heads of the International Hockey League. It got sent to the NHL. And I, for the life of me, cannot imagine why they didn't accept it. But here's how he did this. Apparently, there was a game, and this was either in Peoria or Indianapolis. That aspect of the story is a little bit sketchy at this point in time. There were a couple of heavyweights that were about to go. Jerry Burt was actually one of the previous inductees. Jerry Burt was officiating the game. Kevin's on the line. Jerry looks over, sees the two combatants kind of looking at each other, making sure that their scorecards are ready, and they're about to go. So Jerry kind of signals to Kevin, hey, get ready, they're about to go. All right, so the puck gets dropped, and naturally these two guys drop the gloves. Well, now the linesmen have to come in, and that's just cannot be a fun job, as you all know. The referee, like Jerry gets to sit back. Right? I mean, he just kind of gets to sit back and let the thing get broken up. The linesmen are the ones that have to go in there and potentially catch a shot to the head. Unless you do it Kevin's way. You start skating right to where the guys are, you blow a tire, you slip on your butt, you go skidding right into the two guys that are fighting, you knock them down, fight's over. He took the bowling approach to breaking up the fight. Pretty effective way, it turns out. One of the guys fighting actually said, oh, that's a different way to stop the fight. Unfortunately, though, as you have all seen over the years, none of the pro leagues have adopted his way of doing it. But nonetheless, he's had one heck of a career in hockey, and he's a well-deserved honoree tonight for the St. Louis Amateur Hockey Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Boschert.
Thank you, Chris. First of all, I would like to thank all the members of the committee for bestowing this prestigious award and honor on me. But it's not really about me, it's about hockey. It's about everybody here who's either participated or watched a game. I can remember when I was a kid when the Solomons moved into the St. Louis area with the St. Louis Blues and how exciting that was. I was a soccer fan at the time. Little did I realize when they moved into Blues just how that would change my life, because hockey took it over. We made our own hockey sticks, played out in the fields and so forth. And from there, it developed into a refereeing career, officiating career, and it's been a lot of fun. But I always tried to let the players decide the game, and I think that's so important. And as I moved on from refereeing into coaching my son's teams and so forth, there's one thing I noticed that seems to be lacking today, and that is a respect for players and officials. I listen to fans hoot and holler, and that's great to hoot and holler, but when I hear them belittling players from the other team and so forth, that's kind of discouraging. Hockey is a passionate game. And trust me, I know how passionate it is because I used to have to break up Kelly Chase in Peoria. And he was a very passionate player, a very skilled player at what he did. But the one thing I noticed about him that says it all is how much passion he had for the game. And I think every inductee here and in the past has experienced that same passion for hockey. And I ask and call upon everybody today, continue that passion, enjoy it. It's fun. But let's all remember that it's a game and it's for fun. And sometimes we do take it too seriously. I love playing hockey. I love coaching hockey. I loved officiating hockey. And I like to see everybody continue to love the game and continue to watch it grow. We have tremendous amount of players from the St. Louis area now competing at all levels of hockey. What a great... I lost my words. Can you help me? No, I'm just kidding. No. But what a great testament to how hockey has advanced through the St. Louis area. So again, I'd like to thank everybody for this distinguished award. I'm very honored and very humbled by it. And again, thank you very much. And I hope everybody has an enjoyable evening. Thank you.
Nice job. All right. Good job. That's how you do it. You can do another word.